So I've been doing a lot of thinking. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but I thought while it's on my heart, I'm sorry, I'm tilting my head because I have this hat on and it's really dark. Can you see my eyes? So I'm about to be 30. I'm about to take this is not working for me. I'm about to take the big dirty 30 plunge, right? Is that cute? No, it's not really, but whatever. I'm about to be 30, y'all, and I don't know, I'm feeling some kind of way. This is not working for me. I'm not a hat wearer, in case you can't tell. So I'm about to be 30. I feel some kind of, I don't know, I've been through a lot, like a lot. Some good, some not so good. But hey, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. And I just have been reflecting about what I've been through, what I've walked through, what God has allowed me to come through. And I'm really grateful. I'm a little anxious though. I'm a little apprehensive as I hit 30. There's a lot of expectations, at least on my part, that comes along with being 30. In case you didn't know, 30 was the age that Jesus started his ministry. Don't trip. I'm not trying to walk and pretend that I am Jesus. I'm just stating facts. Joseph was called at 30. I read somewhere that the proper age for entering the Levitical priesthood is also, you guessed it, 30. What does that mean? Does it mean anything? Is it a coincidence? I don't really believe in coincidences. I believe that God does things and he does them intentionally. And I believe that with that intentionality, there's a message that's meant for us to catch. And if we're listening, if our ears are open, then we'll catch it. So I believe 30 is a very significant age. I've read some places that 30 is the age of responsibility. It's the age that it's thought that you as an adult are ready for leadership and to launch out. And, I've been in a place where I feel like I've been in a holding cell for the last 10 years. For those of you who do know, I was got married very young, and then divorced. It was not the best situation. I'm never an advocate for divorce. I don't come from divorce. But life happens, and thank God for his grace and mercy. And I'm not trying to be trite about what I've walked through. I don't have enough video space on my iPhone to give you the rundown of that. And quite frankly, I'm not there mentally in that frame of mind to even dwell on the negativity. But what I am cognizant is the fact that I am reaching a point in my life where I need to accomplish what I'm supposed to be, or at least have a grasp on what God's purpose is for me. And so I don't know if I'm the only person that feels like this, but my cry has been, God, show me what it is that you have for me. But at the same time, don't show me, because there comes a level of responsibility that I'm not at this moment today, which is the 10th, the 11th of November. I have not fully said, yes, Lord, what is your complete purpose for my life? I want to know, but there is still a piece of me that wants to do what I want to do, and that has to die. I understand that. I'm in the process of constantly seeking God for his will for my life. But the question is, do you really want to know what it is? Because there's a song by Shekinah Glory that says, yes might cost you everything. That's kind of my mentality on where I'm at right now. Like, I know for a fact that what God is calling me to is a life of sacrifice, and it's a life of obedience that, would require me to let go of my mindset and my way of doing things. But, it's funny. I'm a parent, right? And in our children, God shows us where we are. And I'm at a very interesting phase with my son where I feel like he's 5, but I feel like he's just being so defiant, not in a disrespectful, full out, because I'm not that mama at all. He knows. But I feel like he's testing the limits, and he is very stubborn, and he wants to do what he wants to do, and he always has a rebuttal, and he always has an alternative plan to what I have laid out for him. And I have to stop and wonder if that's not a reflection of me. in this particular moment. Some of that is kids are going to be kids and he's learning the boundaries. I get that. But I'm wondering how much of my heart is testing the limits and trying to create alternate routes when I know that God's plan is the perfect plan for me. I'm not perfect. I never will pretend to be perfect. I have issues. I can be extremely petty. I can be prideful. I can be arrogant. I can be very judgmental. Catch me at the mall when I'm people watching. Forgive me. I'm not perfect. But I do want to please God. And so I'm at a very interesting point where I'm trying to figure out what that entails. I don't know. My encouragement to any of you who find yourself in this place, dig in. Don't run away when you feel like this. My past go-to habit has been to withdraw from God. I'm not going anywhere this time. I'm not running. I'm not hiding. I'm going to grow up. I'm going to put my big girl panties on, so to speak, and I'm going to step up to the plate because I don't want to live a life of what if. I don't want to live a life of regret, and I definitely don't want to leave this world empty. And I think it's high time that I start pouring out. So stay tuned. We'll see what happens. And I don't know, maybe there will be something coming your way. I know that I have a lot of projects that have been on my desk and on my table. We'll just see what comes of them.